Well, welcome back. Whether you're getting back from or about to begin spring break, we could all use some inspiration for a spring reading list.
Yes, this is right on time. Our Rachael Krause is here with Rachael Recommends, and you're going to talk about just some good, reads during spring break. I was telling you, I have read 2 books in a row that are horrendous. So save me, Rachael. I need something really strong.
Yes, and I try to pick stuff that's across the spectrum because
Okay.
everybody likes a little bit of different homework for their vacation from school, from work, whatever that might be. So I thought we'd start with Claire Leslie Hall's Broken Country. Now, this is one that I honestly slept on because I thought the book cover was really boring. But
I
An
get
interesting
that.
looking house.
yes, but so it's kind of historical fiction and it's a little bit of a thriller, but it's very, very interesting. So we start out at the very beginning. I'm not giving anything away. A farmer has died and they have to figure out who did it. So we dial back and we learn more about Beth, who's grown up in the English countryside.
What time period is this?
Probably about like the 60s, 70s-ish. So a little bit farther back, a little bit more in the historical side of things. But she is, living in a little bit of more of a poorer side of town, and she falls in love with a very wealthy young man. And as we see that relationship develop, we learn about her 20 years later with her husband, Frank, a different man, and their relationship when her old lover moves back to town. And it's absolutely fascinating. It's one I just raced through. Again, I thought it was going to be really boring. It's absolutely not boring. It's really very fascinating.
I'm sold on Broken Country. What else do you got?
All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. So this is a thriller, and it is a thick thriller, and really short, very short chapters.
How many pages? I'm like 400 is going to be my
max.
limit.
It's a little bit more than that. But it's really short chapters, like 2-page chapters. So it's a really easy one to kind of chunk by chunk out. And it's a very fast moving book. It's one I absolutely slept on for a long time. And it's one I think about a lot. It follows this young man named Patch. This essentially a young girl is kidnapped in their small Missouri town in 1975. And Patch is a little boy and he's like, I'm going to figure out what happened to her. And he does. But things kind of unravel from there. And it's not just the kidnapping and the heartache, but it's about how things really unravel in the years and the decades following. It's absolutely beautiful. It's very heartbreaking. It was one that I really think is very haunting, and it was just really beautiful, a lot of descriptive imagery. And again, it was just one, I think about it a lot. I think it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite books of the year from last year. I love it. I recommend it to people all the time. Yep.
Okay, and number 3 before we're out of time.
Ariel Lawhon's Codename Helene. Ariel Lawhon might be a familiar name for a lot of people in the historical fiction world. She wrote The Frozen River, but Codename Helene follows Nancy, an Australian expat who moves to France and talks her way into a job as a journalist and finds love of her life just as World War II breaks out. And so she gets involved with the French Resistance. And this one is absolutely fascinating. It's based on a real woman's story, and we're able to kind of get through this. I think about this book, again, I think about it a lot. It's one that's really stuck with me, and I read a lot of World War II literature. I think a lot of people have. It's absolutely fascinating. The characters are really well developed. It's just beautiful. It's heartbreaking. I really raced through it. So again, could not possibly recommend these more. These are ones that are like, they're a little bit more of a thick story, but you'll breeze through them in the few days you have off from
in
school.
a break, right? Spring break?
Yeah.
If you have work off, right?
If you have work off. If you do. Maybe not.
All good stuff, though.
Yes.
Rachael, thank you.